unannounced audits in pharmaceutical industry and others. It is basically a general guideline for all the industries, pharma, electronic, electricals, where the audits are conducted by some regulatory or notified bodies. So it is a basic requirement how to face, how to handle the unannounced audits. So let's first of all in this presentation we will discuss about what are the unannounced audits, what exactly the meant by the word unannounced, and will any prior notice be provided for unannounced audits. Then we will discuss about the what can the manufacturer expect from the unannounced audits, what preparation do the manufacturer require, then manufacturer business challenges, then will other notified bodies that offer the European consultation or certification or also conduct the unannounced audits, then will the export of the products of the EU be prohibited depending upon the result of an announced audit, and then why are the announced audits mandatory now, and what are the regulations that empower notified bodies to conduct unannounced audits. So these are all the questions generally being asked by the every concern. What are the unannounced audits, and what are the mainly consequences of the unannounced audits if generally being any non-conformance being observed by the auditors. So we will here discuss one by one. So first of all, the definition of the unannounced audits. So unannounced audits are the additional audits for which the notified bodies NBs do not announce the date of the to the manufacturer. This means the auditors commissioned by the notified body will arrive on the sites to be audited and proceed to the audit without giving the manufacturers prior notice, and there will be no prior notice for any unannounced audit conducted. However, notified bodies sent a general notification regarding the start of its unannounced audit program to its client. So it is generally being not been informed to the manufacturer that they are planning for any announced audit, and the notified body from or certified certification body generally visit as a without intimation to the manufacturer. So what the manufacturers expect and what are the expectation from the manufacturers? There are a few aspects are to be considered when the preparing an unannounced audit. A team of the at least two auditors will be on the site for at least one full day. An unannounced audit may be last multiple days. Key processes such as design, control, establishment of material specification, purchasing, and control of incoming materials and components, assembling, then the software validation, sterilization, batch release, packaging, and products quality control will be carefully examined. And this list is not last and not an exclusive list, and other relevant processes may be examined as well. So in addition to the production process, the unannounced audit will also focus on the product samples may be chosen during the unannounced audit for the further inspection and testing, and a specific test plan can be planned by the notified body prior to the unannounced audit. So the notified bodies may take the product samples with them for the further testing at their own reliable sites also. So this one is the expectation from the manufacturer. Now what preparation do the manufacturer require? So just to face the unannounced audit, manufacturer required to have some preparation. It is critically important that the manufacturers are prepared for the unannounced audit at any point of time. Every manufacturer should be ready anytime, any date. The unannounced auditors may visit the site and have to ask the audit the site. So unannounced audits will play an important role in the manufacturer's ability to maintain and review their certification. And due to the unannounced nature of the audit, the manufacturer must have policies and procedures in place when the unannounced audit team is present at their premises. So it is as told earlier, it is not been informed to the manufacturer that they visit or the unannounced audit yet to be performed in the site. So it is expected from the manufacturer that he should be ready, all the SOPs and all the procedures and everything should be maintained from where as per the requirement and the certification body asked for. especially the non-conformities that been asked that has been raised during the surveillance audit or the certification audit. So these are to be always be ready to maintain, and there should be compliance should be as per the procedure. So as the unannounced audit will likely disrupt the way day-to-day operational activities, the manufacturer should prepare procedures to minimize the impact to operational activities in the event of the unannounced audit. And the key managers and the employees that are required for the unannounced audit should be present or should be contractable or accessible in the short notice. And the manufacturer should consider the establishing deputies or representative for the important roles of the required for the unannounced audit. So that should not like be that all the senior person and the key person are absent. So second person and the responsible person should always be present. You cannot deny and you cannot request to the auditors that you today we are not able to face the audit. So you always be ready and ready to face the audit, and all the senior person and the key person should be present in the plant. So next question generally being asked, manufacturer business challenges. If we are concerning about the unannounced audit, so what can the manufacturer business challenges be there? So in additional expenses are there naturally. In the past, manufacturers were commonly only required to conduct an initial audit, and then the surveillance audit and recertification audits being performed by the notified bodies. But with the time and with the introduction of the mandatory unannounced audits, manufacturers will have to incur the expense due to the additional announced audit every 3 years, at least every 3 years, and depends upon the requirement of the regulatory from where the certification being received. So the cost will increase with additional unannounced audits, and additional unannounced audits may occur if the product or the facility under certification bears a high risk, is frequently non-compliant, or where the specific information provides the reason or suspect non-conformities of the product. Then we come to the preparation of the unannounced audit. How to prepare the unannounced audit? Unlike a regular audit, there would not be an opportunity to specifically prepare for an unannounced audit. Therefore, the manufacturer must be ready for an audit at any point in time, and detailed policies and procedures need to be drafted and implemented by the manufacturer to ensure that their staff are informed, trained, and prepared for the unannounced audit. So every time you just think about that initial audits and the surveillance audit, the dates are declared by the certified body, and it's a manufacturer gets a lot time just to prepare them his policies and practices being improved everything. So he got a sufficient time how to prepare the for the audit. But for the unannounced audit, there is no such time being given, and you always to be ready and you always to be welcome the unannounced audit. So next one is the will other notified bodies or that offer the European certification also conduct the unannounced audit? So the answer of this question is like that the unannounced audit have to be performed by all notified bodies for the manufacture of the pharmaceutical product or the medical devices. You may not say this is the certification body and we have faced the unannounced audit from that body and we are not able to just to conduct the second unannounced audit. So you always be ready, you cannot deny from the unannounced audit. So generally one quote is there from the Murphy's law. If you are this is basically belonging to the confidence of the plant or confidence of the manufacturer. If he is thinking about anything can go wrong, so definitely it will be go wrong. So you must be confident about your system, about your procedure, about your site, that everything is running smoothly. So there is no such critical or major observation or findings be raised during the unannounced audit. So you require to be very confident. For this confident, you require to follow the practices, follow the procedure and practices, the GMP at every day, every point of time. So if you are thinking with this approach to your plant, then definitely there will be no such critical or major observation during the unannounced audit. So now we come to the will the export of the products to be to the EU be prohibited depending upon the results of the unannounced audit? So generally it has been asked by the many of the person that if there is some critical or the major observation in the unannounced audit, then dispatches or marketing of the product to the EU countries be prohibited. So the general answer and the answer of this question is yes, it will be prohibited. The unannounced audit will play an important role in the maintaining of the certification of a manufacturer regarding the European Medical Devices Directives. Therefore, it is possible that the certification can be suspended based on the result of an unannounced audit, and placing product to of the European market would have ceased until the certification is valid again. So the non-conformity is handling procedure is same as the current practices. So you have to take on the unannounced audit very seriously, because these are the surprise checks, and the person who are coming for the unannounced auditing the site, they are quite knowledgeable, quite good in their findings, and as a investigator they audit the site. So next question, why are the unannounced audits mandatory now? So as I told earlier, initially there was the initial audit, then the surveillance audit, but now there is a trend, and there is a requirement, and there is a laws that the unannounced audit being taken as a mandatory. So the European Commission recommendation outlines the importance of the verifying the continuous day-to-day compliance with legal obligations, and therefore the European Commission expects that notified bodies to the performed unannounced audits in addition to the product assessment and quality system assessment. So whatever the dossier you are submitting over there, you are having the procedure of the qualified person, you are having everything, you are having with the batch release procedure. But in addition to that, these are the additional checks being assigned to the manufacturer by the notified bodies, that they may anytime they may visit their site and have the unannounced audit. So the recommendation has been accepted by all the members of the states in the European Union. Then next question is, what are the regulations that empower the notified bodies to conduct the unannounced audits? So the medical device directives 93 by 42 EEC Annexure 2 and number 5.4 empowers the notified bodies to facilitate unannounced audit where necessary. The new European Commission recommendations also provides the detailed requirements for the unannounced audit. So this one is given in their laws. So as in India, Schedule M under the Drug and Cosmetic 1945, the same way there is also a medical directives in the EU, and they facilitate and they requires to conduct a unannounced audit at the certified sites. So the certificate holder shall ensure that the certification body can inspect the manufacturing and business premises listed on the certificate and the relevant warehouses of their representative importers and branches at any time during standard business hours and without prior notice. So unannounced audit may be conducted without any specific cause. They may be conducted in addition to the instead of the regular audit. So unannounced audit. Now we come to the general approach, and the approach of and behavior of the auditee towards auditor. We are having here the links. We are detail the videos where you find some posture of the auditee, and the what type of the questions being asked by the auditor. How do you reply? You need not to be nervous about audit, taking into the consideration the worst case scenario when the appropriate management is off site. So the second line and the next line should always be available and ready to face the audit. Then briefing all staff so that such audits do not come as a surprise, and agreeing with our notified bodies, the critical subcontractors, critical suppliers and manufacturers on brand label devices where the unannounced audit is required, and changing our contracts with these suppliers to facilitate such audits. So generally, the unannounced audit processes, auditors will start the systematically perform unannounced audit with the immediate effect. The unannounced audit will be based on the criticality of the non-compliant product. The auditors will critically examine the following samples the product and review then examine the sample, then many withdraw the samples and submit the sample to the any other lab they have approved and having the trust for that. On the to perform the test, and auditor request to all the technical documentation including the testing reports from the manufacturer and verify the products conformity. Then auditors will sample the products according to the number of the types of the devices. The auditors would verify that the manufacturing activities at the time of the audit conforms to the manufacturer's quality system. The manufacturer should plan for it is reasonable that the subcontract does not allow the auditors to audit its facility. There would be major consequences for the manufacturer. So in a number of cases, the subcontractors from where we are going to purchase some intermediates or anything, generally they are not informed for the unannounced audit. So it gives a very bad impression about the organization in auditor's mind. So these subcontractors are also required and open to face the unannounced audits. Then unannounced audit, we may say the contractor and subcontractors, auditor should have total as to a manufacturer. Subcontractors, manufacturer should amend their contracts with their contractors in order to allow this is to happen regardless to the length of the relationship between the manufacturer and the subcontractor. It is imperative that these and any other necessary steps are complete if the manufacturer wishes to avoid non-conformances. So few other things are which are expected to be maintained, and the records should be available: personal equipment, facilities, method of the procedures, then materials, environment, hazardous situations. These are required to be maintained at the time of the announced audit, and maybe go through the auditor may go through in detail. Then the harm, the identified GXP gaps or risk, whatever on the site, and the material management, all the labeling errors, handling errors, storage errors, everything. Then processes, equipment, functionality, facility, process parameters, batch and traceability, labeling errors, quality in process of the finished product, handling errors, storage conditions. These all are verified in QC2, the receipt of the sample and the integrity facility of the each area, wet chemistry lab, instrumentation lab, stability, microbiology lab, environmental condition, operation, calibration, error, training, manpower, stability of the solution and others. Basically the GLP requirement to be verified, and the assigned risk priority and the implementation of the kappa and closeout for the internal audit as well as the external audits need to be verified. Kappa shall be carried out as per the format. Kappa should be reviewed for the effective implementation. After the verification it should be close out, that is. And the general frequency for this unannounced audit is once for 1 day for 1 day for once in a 3 year. So this is generally being expected by the and notified bodies, NBs. So this all about the unannounced audit. So references are there. So thank you very much.